Yo, thanks for stopping by. You're hanging out with DJ Savage. If this is your first time stopping by and checking out my channel, which it probably is because I don't think I've posted anything on this channel really, except for a couple random things. On my other channel, I make some music videos, some beats, some animations inside Adobe. We generate some AI photos and have some fun over there. If you haven't looked at that one, go check that one out. Any help we can get on that channel is appreciated. On this one, we will probably be looking at random YouTube shorts and reacting to it. But first, I wanted to do a video on this absolutely crazy video that I found online a while ago and doesn't get enough talk or attention. I've got a 4 setup camera right now. We're here, back there. If you guys would like to see a 5th or 6th camera, go ahead and drop that in the cameras below. I can get that set up. They're all just set up through NDI connections. You can use my mouse across all these different computers. So, one mouse, one keyboard, and I can use all these different computers in the room. Pretty fancy. It's fun. It took a while to get set up, so I figured I might as well throw it out here on YouTube and let everyone else see the setup. So why don't we jump into this video over here and see what this is all about.
Your brain is two brains, two hemispheres, each doing half the work of being you. Half your vision goes to each and half your movement directed by each. Right controls left and left controls right. Your two brains coordinate through a wire of nerves, but this wire can be cut and was, for a time, used as an epilepsy treatment. After the cut, people seemed the same, though their brain was split in twain. Except some post-split patients describe that while selecting their morning outfit with right hand, left might come along to disagree. Actually, left hand might quite often disagree, which these split brain patients found frustrating.
So think about how crazy that is. If you cut the section between your brain that has the left hemisphere talk to the right hemisphere, then they have different personalities. So like the left side and your right hand, I guess, like one type of food and one type of clothing, and then your left side and or right side and left hand, like a whole different type of food and whole different type of clothing, because there's like 2 personalities in there. It's so crazy.
What's happening? To investigate, remember, right brain sees and controls one half while left brain controls and sees the other. But only left brain can speak, hello, because that's where the speech center is located. Right brain without this is mute. In normal brains, this doesn't matter because each half communicates across the wire with the other. But split brains can't, and thus you can show just the right brain a word, ask the person, "What did you see?" and you'll hear nothing, because left speaking brain saw nothing. Meanwhile, right brain will use its hand.
What a crazy test that humans have figured this stuff out. They can cut the nerves that connect the 2 hemispheres of the brain, and then they can do these random tests where you only see, one thing with one side and another thing with another side. We've figured this out. This is absolutely mind-boggling.
To pick the object out of a pile hidden from left brain. This is deeply creepy. Ask, why are you holding the object, and speaking left brain will make up a plausible sounding but totally wrong reason.
I always wanted to learn how to solve one of these.
Left brain isn't lying, it's just doing what brains do, creating a story that explains its past actions to its current self, a behavior which does rather cast doubt onto the notion of free will, but that's a story for another time. Creating reasons for why it does things is just something left brains do. It happens in normal, healthy humans all the time, and if you think about it closely, you know you've done this. Back to experiments. Give right brain an object, ask the person, "What's in your hand?" and they won't be able to say.
I'm not holding anything.
And when asked to draw, a split brain can draw 2 separate objects simultaneously with each hand in a way unsplit brains find challenging. These experiments on split brain patients are deeply unsettling because they really point in the direction of a mute, separate intelligence, something living in the skull. You can even ask questions of a split brain and get disagreement on the answer. So if your brain is split, who is the you in this situation? From the outside, it's tempting to think of the part of the brain that's speaking as the person, but something is hearing and answering questions. And though right brain can't speak, it does understand faces, which left brain can't. If this is you, you don't know who your friends and family are in a crowd.
So creepy. So creepy.
This act of cutting exposes two minds in one head, and the talking mind doesn't know there's someone else in the house. The left brain can describe the situation it's in, but nonetheless will constantly be surprised by right brain's actions and explain them away. There's a question to be asked here. Why, after separation, does
A question? Bro, I got so many questions.
right brain not totally freak out, but instead plays along helpfully, answering questions and listening to left brain's dumb stories about what's happening?
It's the best pony? I don't know.
Speculation time, but one answer is the cutting doesn't make right brain a separate intelligence, consciousness, person, but rather it has always been. In normal people, perhaps right brain grows up as a companion without a choice, feeling
Here's one option. Maybe I'll present another one, which we will watch in our second clip here.
at first somewhat equal partners, but then as speech develops that it can't participate in, that increasingly becomes the central point of life, it resigns to mutely coordinate with left brain. At this moment in your normal head, there are two of you watching this video. One having a mind equals blown moment, and the other mentally rolling its eye at the obviousness of it all. In split brains, right doesn't freak out because not a whole lot has really changed. You might not agree and may be arguing right now why it can't be possible, exactly as we would expect talking left brain to do. Speculation aside, split brain patients show at the very least that in the mind there is a separate something that can hear and understand and respond given the right circumstances. Your brain isn't entirely yours. Who is you? You is too.
Super, super creepy. I wonder if they've ever done this experiment with someone that has the split brain with someone that has like one eye, like a left eye or just a right eye, because then only half of the brain is actually seeing something visually. So maybe it even gets even creepier with someone that's got a split brain and only one eye. But anyways, let's go into our next clip over here that I really like. And it's from Rick and Morty. And he jumps inside a video game and starts playing it. But do any of us remember being like a child or a baby? Maybe it's a non-playable character until you beam in with your second consciousness and start influencing that non-playable character or other way, or I don't know. Maybe you guys have some ideas on how creepy this is or what's actually going on. Drop those in the comments below, but let's dive right into this Rick and Morty clip.
It's more complicated out here. These are flurbos. Do you understand what 2 humans can accomplish with 3,000 of these?
Oh, what?
An entire afternoon at Blips and Chips! Oh, this place is the best. It's got beer, games, prizes.
Did you guys ever go to Dave & Buster's growing up? Dave & Buster's is fun. That's definitely what they're doing here. I had some great time at Dave & Buster's. Or even close to that, Chuck E. Cheese. Going to Chuck E. Cheese for your birthday, getting that nice pizza. Playing all those games, so much fun.
You can never tell what time it is.
You sold a gun to a murderer so you could play video games?
Yeah, sure. I mean, if you spend all day shuffling words around, you can make anything sound bad, Morty. Here, check this out.
Roy, what's wrong?
I had a nightmare. I was with an old man. He put a helmet on me.
It's just a fever. Get some sleep. I don't want you missing school on Monday.
Just wakes up as a little
I want you
boy.
kids to look around you today and think about your future.
Lives
Now
years
is the
and
time in
years
your
in the
life when
game.
Anything is possible.
Spiraling perfectly, it's gonna be caught by Roy Parsons. Roy Parsons is at the 20. Now he's
Oh, peaking in high school. Got the high school hottie.
I just think it's time to get realistic.
They have a kid or
Talking to your
unhappy.
father about the carpet store?
Real fucking
Roy?
real life right here. Going to work for her dad.
Had we caught it sooner.
Unhappy.
Well, hindsight is 20.
Mofo's got prostate cancer now.
Quickly.
I'm not ready to die.
You're not going to.
Oh, dude beats cancer. Hey, let's go Rocket. Yay. Back at the carpet store.
Pull those Persian off-white shags for the clearance sale?
Whoa. Shit.
Oh.
Whoa,
Oh.
where am I?
So
You
creepy.
Not bad, Morty. You kind of wasted your 30s, though, with that whole bird-watching phase.
Where's my wife?
Morty, you were just playing a game. It's called Roy. Snap out of it. Come on.
I'm Morty. You're Rick. Hey, you sold a gun to a guy that kills people.
Look at this. You beat cancer and then you went back to work at the carpet store? Boo.
Don't dodge the issue, Rick. Selling a gun to...
Oh, so creepy. If you guys don't watch Rick and Morty, it's one of the greatest shows. They talk about some of the weirdest stuff in there. You just gotta watch them and like actually think about stuff. This one's mind-bending here. So if you think one day video games are going to be realistic enough to where we won't be able to tell the difference between reality and the video game, then what are the odds that we're not already there? Because what are the chances we were the first ones or intelligence to develop that technology? Like if we can do it, someone else has already done it, which would imply that we're most likely living in that type of reality or simulation right now. I don't know. I hope your guys' head doesn't hurt as much as mine does. That is mind-blowing. For the future of this channel, it'll probably be a little bit lighter. Sometimes we will dive into some crazy topics like this because I love researching crazy things and finding awesome stuff on the internet. So if that is your vibe, be sure to tune in, subscribe, and you'll hang out with me more often. We will go over some of this crazy, crazy stuff out here in this place we call reality. I'm out of here, guys. See you next time.
It ends here.
Goodbye.